boys and girls, Mr. Ziffel here. Today we're going to be looking at my beginner horde base. Anybody can build it. It's really easy to get you started. It should last well into your game. It's very simple, like I said, easy to build, and I hope you can use it to the best advantage you've got. So going over this, my simplest base, the one that I start with virtually every time, and if you've ever watched me play with, I've been online with Proper64 and Alex from Engineering the Apocalypse. I build this base in nothing, literally nothing flat. I use approximately 100 to 150 blocks, so let's just do that. We're going to take that to, actually we'll take it to 150. 140, 148, 49, 50. Beautiful. I always start with a 3x3 block. Very simple to do. And I go up approximately 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like 7. I don't know why I came up with 7. That just seems to be the one that I really like. There's probably a multiple for this. I know that the demolishers, when they explode out at a radius of 7. So you're going to want to be up about 7 anyway. Okay, 3x3, 7 foot tall or 7 blocks tall. We're in the desert, so you have to watch your weight on the sand because the sand cannot hold this. The next thing I do is, generally, my favorite is to make the arrow slits. And I use these. And I'll place them around the outside. Oop. In a specific pattern so that we can give a door to the front of the base for the zombies to get in. And there should be a door in the back of the base for me to get in. There. The ones that... So I'm short one. And then the other would be this. That'll be the corners. Oops. I'm going to be short too. Well, that's always fun. Alright, once we've got that, then I can put a cage around this thing instead of space on the inside. Not a lot of space, but we can do that. For the zombies to get in, instead of having a slit down, I have a regular block. Where's my... Oh. And then this becomes a choice. The choice between how you want to do your horde base. Some people like to put a pole out here. You can center it. You can have it centered in this like this. That's a good way of doing it. Or you can do just a regular plate, or you can do centered in a corner, centered on the bottom. I usually just leave it as full ones because I like doing a sled. Eventually, you'll find one, a sledge that comes out here. Now it only holds 7, roughly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You start going too far, it's gonna fall. And if you want to try to put the support in, you have to remember that too. My support usually is, like I said, 7 out or somewhere around 5. You can tell I move around this thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do 6. There we go. And then it comes down to, do you like having stairs, or do you like having the zombies jump? I actually prefer having stairs. I'm just going to let them come right up to me. I have no reason to not have them come up to me. Slowing them down by having them jump is another strategy. It's not a right strategy or a wrong strategy. It's just another way of doing it. So now this is the basic. I've got 28 left over, even though I've already destroyed 3 on the outside of this thing. And this is just the cobblestone. Before you even get to this point, you don't have to have this right at the beginning. You're going to be waiting for your sledgy to come along. You don't have to have anything around the sides until you start getting buzzards. You just have this platform up here. You're going to put a door in, or a hatch. That's going to take a little bit of wood. So let's say you want to make a hatch. I've got 6,000 on me. We're doing really good. Hatch. I prefer making a wooden hatch first, just because I can orientate it, get it where I want, and then I can upgrade afterwards. Beginning with a wooden hatch and putting it in place, either way you want to do it, just makes it easier to figure out where the edge is. You can, over time, practice to make the other hatch, but I have found that working around with this thing, I see where the little square is. So if I put it down, that's where it's supposed to open. If I'm in a hurry, I won't remember that. It'll just be gone. So I tend not to do that. And then upgrading, getting as far as you can. I happen to have 6,000 iron on me. but it doesn't really take a whole heck of a lot of iron to do that. Okay, so this is the beginnings of the Horde base. You can start out with wood. You can start out with cobble. You can upgrade to cobble. You can get all the way around. I like having the arrow slits so that I can shoot the zombies as they're coming at me. Then I have to make some ladders. Let's just make 10 of them. And they always come out. Well, they don't always come out. Let's see. So every other space is all you need. And then your last two, you're going to make as a plate. Since I made them as ladders, it's going to do that. If I made it as frames, let's say we did 10 frames. Very quickly, if you go into your frames, at the top, right there, you got your catwalks. You hit that first one, very bottom, ladder square. Comes out, it's always facing south. Always facing south. You know exactly where it's going. You want to start building base fast? Flip this thing around, put your steps up on the other side. You come out, boom. You're just going. You just have to think about this as you're doing it. I'm going to put a couple plates on here. Plates are right over here. Put them on face. There you go. Upgrade them. There. You're up and in. All right. Zombies can't get up to you through there. They can get to you here. Now we're going to do the front. We're going to go into bars. You can do center bars. You can have these things any way you want, but you're working on the inside of the base. There you go. And then the next one would be the corner. The corner just makes it easier to put in. Used to be, you didn't have the corner. You had to put one here, and then one would be on the outside. It would mess up everything. So now we have corners. Now they can't get in. You're not going to get any spiders or jumping zombies for the first few hordes. This will last you quite a while. Just this. When you start getting buzzards in, you're going to have to start putting something on the roof. Because you've built on the inside, you can't put this up here. You have to put this on the outside. Let's do this. Boom. There you go. I've built this much of a base with 150 squares with pieces missing. I made some mistakes. Messed up these corners as I was going, so that's 3 that I've lost, and there's one down at the bottom, so that's 4. And then we've got 5, 6 that I didn't need to do. And then where you want to do this is up to you. There you are. Want to make it sturdier? Let's put some more underneath there. That does look like a weak spot, right? 150 squares. That should easily go through the first 2 Horde nights. That's 14 days plus before you have to worry about anything else. Okay, so let's see, where are we going to find this stuff? Well, most of it you're going to just build up, you're going to dig up clay, and you're going to get stone. These are pretty good. They're quick to get you going. They're fast. Miner 69er, that's 22 stone. Right? Even in the desert, you can find clay. It just doesn't come up as quick as you want. So you have a level 1 stone. I'm getting 1 clay and 1 sand with this. That's not a lot. So I end up with 9 clay. If you're in a town that has clay sitting on the surface, you're going to get a lot more, obviously, on top. So 1 stone, 1 boulder that I chopped down 1 level, and 1 patch of clay for that doesn't do you anything. You get 9 cobblestone. That's only because you got 9 clay. Out of the 9 cobblestone, you can't even make a block. You're short. You're short by 1. You need 10. The same way for upgrading. If you upgrade from a wood block up, you're going to need 10 cobblestone, loose cobblestone. So you're in the same boat. The best thing to do is to find these. Level 1 stone shovel. $35. Big difference. Every time you see one of these, skip the cement right at the beginning. Every time you see a blue one of those, it's blue pallet. You find it, you dig it up. You need 150 blocks. And at 35, let's take this down to 35. All right. I'm only making 3 of those with 5 left over. So even then, at 150, you're going to be digging those up for a little bit. Start with your stone. You find the blocks, fantastic. You don't find the blocks, you got to dig them up. And once you have this base and it's going well, it's easy to upgrade this thing. You already have the frame, everything's there, you've got room to move around in here. You can do your sledgy right here, and then you do your electric fence on the outside. Again, I try and make it 7 away. There's been times when I haven't, though. And the reason you make it 7 should be the limit of the electric fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So if we take an electric fence, put one here, put one there, and the wire tool. You can't stretch it all the way. You can go pretty darn far. There you go. 15 spaces across. You have 7 into here, 7 into there. That's 15. The one in the middle. And then you just take it to a height where you're going to catch their feet. And then you can do 4 or 5 across. And eventually you can have 6, 7, 8. If you leave these as this, as jumping points for the zombies to slow them down, you can actually, as you grow, build this thing out by just adding more steps. Simple base, simple design. This has always been my beginner base. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helps you out. If you have any suggestions or ideas that you'd like to add on to this thing, go ahead and comment in the link in the space below. I'd love to hear some of your ideas. All right. Goodbye, boys and girls. Hope you enjoy it.